Everybody, it's me, Jum Jumington, former CEO of Jumington Dynamics, broadcasting live from the Jumington Dynamics auxiliary hazardous material storage facility somewhere in the world. How's everybody doing this fine afternoon, this delightful Sunday afternoon, an hour earlier than usual, biologically speaking, as my father put it when I talked to him this morning. He's like, technically, it's 8 o'clock for you biologically. I'm like, oh my gosh, what a weird way to put it. What's up, Flash? What's up, Silas? Yeah, daylight savings throws me off a lot. Do you remember when daylight savings used to be different? I know it's been several years now. I've probably mentioned this before. When the daylight savings start and end times first changed, I bought an alarm clock that would automatically update for daylight savings time, and only after I purchased it did I find a little note inside the box, and I should have just returned it then and there, but I needed an alarm clock. They had a note packaged inside indicating that it was still on the old start and end times. And their solution is to change the time zone to one that doesn't use daylight saving time, thereby bypassing the automatic change. And I have to go back to changing it manually. Okay, I can live with that. Here's the problem. If you lose power, it defaults back to a DST time zone. So if I don't remember, if it loses power in the middle of a daylight saving time period, right? And I don't remember to change the time zone again, the next time the old daylight saving time shows up, my clock changes, and that threw me off. That has thrown me for years. I still have not replaced it. Don't ask me why. I have far less use for an alarm clock these days, but what a pain. DST is like a surprise test. I was very surprised. She was like, oh no. What's up, Henmo? Welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, I wish we could keep winter DST. Yeah, I'm definitely a much bigger fan of the fall back than the spring ahead. Absolutely. Every time. Even though I want to say technically, well, wait, no. I don't remember. It's been so long. It's been my entire life. I don't remember what is the real time and what is the fakey time. I think now is the fake time, or is it the other way around? I don't know. I would just rather, no matter what it is, and every time I have to move the clock ahead an hour, I feel like an hour of my life has been stolen from me. Even though I'm going to get it back when we roll the clocks back. But then when we roll it back, it's not like we're back to normal now or anything like that. It's, oh, I gained an hour. I can't be the only one. Damn clock's stealing my time. Time is an illusion, right? It's merely a conceptualization. We shouldn't have to be so tied to these clocks. Unfortunately, that's not the way the world works. We're all bound by this. What's worse is that I have to consider that, like, people can be watching from anywhere in the world. They can be watching from any time zone that may or may not have it. And so I have to remember I have to like mark this on my calendar ahead of time in advance because I have to remember every time this comes up to put a reminder out that like, you may not have to deal with this, but I do. And so all these times adjusted. And I was so lax in remembering this that my schedule still says Eastern Standard Time instead of Eastern Daylight Time. So hopefully I didn't throw anybody else. Got to take antibiotics this week and forgot about DST. Oh, that's a pain. Father Time needs to steal time to make sure it's TNFT time non-fungible token. Damn it! It's all these damn NFTs. I should have known it was the NFTs that are ruining something yet again. All these NFTs. Oh well, I've had quite an exciting weekend for me. I finished working on that Xbox 360 Slim. I got it all cleaned up, fresh new thermal paste in that heatsink. It was looking pretty dried and crusted, so I'm glad I took care of that. Temps look really nice on it. Fan is so much quieter than the 360 Fat that I had used before, and I was able to copy all of my games off of it. It's taken quite some time of copying games to a USB drive and then putting them on another or ripping them from the disk, so I just don't have to tangle with disks anymore. And then I can put everything on that one system and not have to worry about the old one except as a backup. But it takes a lot. It's amazing to me, like the tool chains that exist for handling this stuff. That system is like, it's just thoroughly broken. Like every check that's in there, that's like, this is why you shouldn't be able to do that, which I know they're intended as copy protection. I don't care. I bought the game. I own it. It's going on there. The only thing that seems like it still hasn't been taken care of, which is why I do this project, is that it still seems like it's a real pain to replace the disk drive, the optical drive. And PlayStation 3 is the same boat because it's got copy protection hard-coded into it. The system will not recognize a replacement drive unless it has a specific key programmed into it. It's a pain to do. I've seen boards out there and they're still like, this probably won't work. This may not work. So that's why I do all this stuff, so that if the disk drive stops reading disks, I can still play my games. I still have a way to get them on there. I don't have to worry about that because there ain't no fixing that now. Like I guarantee you can't. I could be wrong, but I'm relatively certain you can't send an Xbox 360 to Microsoft and ask them to fix it anymore. And I remember like quoting that out before years ago, and it was like, wow, that's not far off from the cost of just replacing the whole damn thing. Why would I do this? Why would I do this? Oh, what a headache. But I have this thing. It was remarkably easy to modify the console. I don't think I really needed the additional mod board to do it, but it was about the same price, I want to say, as like just a NAND programmer would have been. But I kind of wish I'd bought the NAND programmer because I could use that for multiple times. And I think that the soldering on that would have been easier, the less solder points on it. So that's just something for the future. If I, for whatever reason, go to work on another Xbox 360 to just forego that and get a general programmer. But it was very exciting. It was a very fun project. It cleaned up fairly nice. There's still some permanent marks and stuff on the outer casing, but I'm not super concerned about that. It sits in a dark corner in the shelf. Plenty of airflow, well out of my sight. Don't have to look at it at all. Also came with the second controller, which I had to refurb. Took a lot of cleaning up. So that's what I've been working on that. And I say that, but I don't have any Xbox 360 games like immediately coming up on the schedule. This is more like for the future. So if anyone has any Xbox 360 games to suggest, then I would suggest you suggest those suggestions. You can do that on the Discord. If you care to join, there's a section there specifically for, I don't know why that's not, but there's a section there specifically for game suggestions. So if there's any like hot titles on the 360 that you think I would enjoy, Dead or Alive Extreme. Man, I don't know. I was never a huge fan of like the Dead or Alive series, that or the beach volleyball stuff. I just never really super got into that. There are other games that I played that were on Xbox that I played on PC, which I'm like half and half on. Some of it, Like I bought like Alan Wake and Alan Wake's American Nightmare on the 360. Like after, well, I bought Alan Wake before the marketplace shut down. It was on sale. And I didn't think to buy Alan Wake's American Nightmare. And I bought that like a week ago. Because you can still find that stuff on the website. And it doesn't reference the 360, but it's a 360 game. And you can still get on your Xbox Live connected Xbox 360 and download that stuff. So it is still possible to get them. Samurai Showdown, son. That's interesting. Never seen emoji in the start of the match. I mean, it was a hard game. I'll tell you. Oh, yeah, I get that. I've seen it. I'm on the internet. I've seen plenty. I had a lot of friends who were big into that, and I was not. It was not my bag. Most people not love it, Billy Grummy. I like Samurai Showdown, so I'm willing to check that out. I'll add that to my list. Because most of the 360 games are pretty inexpensive to acquire, which I appreciate. It's not like a lot of NES and SNES games that are just ridiculously overvalued. You can usually get those for a decent price, in good quality. So I'm willing to expand my collection there. Oh, for Henmo. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. But I'm thinking about it when I went out bought. I paid like $10 for Alan Wake's American Nightmare, and I'm like, whatever, it's $10, and it's just down there, and that way I can play it on 360 in the original release and be like, hey, this is because that's my bag. That's what I do most of the time. Well, I already have it in Steam. I'm sure I got it in a bundle ages ago, but I'm like, how many times am I gonna buy the same game like 3 or 4 times? Play it once on one system and then never touch it again. How much money have I lost in my life on that? Freeze how much I pay those. That is one option. I like having the discs. Here's one of the reasons I like having the discs. I like having this modified system so I don't have to worry about the discs. Right, aside from when I initially set them up. But I like having the disc in case something goes wrong with that modified system. I still have something that can play the discs. So I'm covered like both ways that way. The only thing that doesn't cover is like digital only stuff. What's up, QB? How's it going? I was just talking about my modified Xbox 360 I just wrapped up. It's my most recent console repair project, and I was very excited about it. And I've just been staring at 2 Xboxes copying files onto a flash drive for like 3 days now because it takes forever. I even employed a method to copy stuff via FTP off of my computer, and that took just as long. So it's just a lot of waiting and then testing it and trying it. One thing I found is that you can get, for original Xbox titles, there are ways to update the Xbox emulator for the 360, which increases the compatibility with original titles. So I have a couple OG Xbox games that I can load on there too, including the weirdest one is like Jet Set Radio Future. Or is it Grand Radio Future? I think it's Jet Set Radio Future, which the only copy, I don't know if it was released otherwise, but the only copy that I know of, the only one that I have, was it has like a Sega GT on it, like a racing game. It's like a combo disc with some demos. It's a really weird like promo thing they put out, but it does work. 360, never had a 360 and an Xbox console growing up. All I've ever had is PlayStation 2 and Nintendo Wii. Xbox was interesting. The 360 was very interesting. I don't personally have any interest in any Xbox past that point, because I feel like past that point they weren't really getting exclusives and all that stuff was out on PC, but the kind of games that were being made shifted a lot. But there's a lot of interesting stuff on the 360. A lot of it you can get on PC, like from GOG. Not all of it, but a lot of it you can. But sometimes those PC ports were straight trash, which is weird. But they just, because like the 360 is basically PC more or less, so it should just be able to work, but it doesn't. I don't know. But it's got some interesting stuff on it. It's worth checking out. But yeah, you can take a look at the library on there. One thing, like it's got a couple RPGs on there that helped its sales in Japan, I believe, which is Blue Dragon, which is a Toriyama joint, and Lost Odyssey, which I think that's from the Final Fantasy guys. The only piece of Xbox equipment I've ever had was Series 2 Elite controller. They do make nice controllers. I personally am not a huge fan. I used one for a long time and I just started having issues with it. But I think this was an Xbox, like an Xbox One controller. And my biggest problem was it's wireless, but the battery compartment had really flimsy contacts. And I remember when I was playing Elden Ring, which is not a game you want your controller to just randomly drop offline for you. I'd be in the middle of an intense boss fight and the controller would just lose power. So I put that one aside. I didn't break it. I didn't throw it. Not that kind of guy. But I set it aside gingerly and said, no, never again. And I bought an 8-bit Do controller. And I was very happy with that. Thus far. It's been a while since I haven't really played much controller-wise on the PC lately. Anyway, I've eaten up enough of your time here. We've got one more level to grind, and we're going to do it down in the depths. So let's get over to the game. Make sure that audio is coming in. Eat more of my time. Well, we'll have plenty of time to devour in here. Better you than DST. I feel very complimented by that I'm not stealing the time, but I am consuming it. But we might as well at least make our way to the dungeon while we're the chit-chatting. But I'm really excited about the 360. It's going to be a little bit the only disc that I haven't been able to figure out how to copy to the new 360. Can anyone guess? I have played it before on stream, and for some reason it's a weird format that I can't copy. It is the Burger King promo game Sneak King, and I can't get it to load because it's a weird format. It's explicitly like blacklisted. The Burger, yeah, it's so weird. I looked it up and it's like all of the Burger King games won't. I'm like, why? I think there's a way I can do it manually, but I'm like, well, it's one game. But I am gonna slap that disc in my computer, my media computer, and make an ISO out of it just so I have it. Goes more into PC gaming. Benefit PC Gaming's library of Xbox games to play. With PC Gamecast, you get access to libraries and value. That is true. The Game Pass is a really solid value, I think. Unless you want to own the games. But even if you want to own the games, I believe you can get a discount on the games you get through Game Pass. So like it still has that value. It's like streaming services. It depends on how much you play. But last I checked, it wasn't super duper expensive. I definitely, for the kind of content that I would have played on a 360, I would rather play that stuff on a PC now. There's still some things that I'm happy with having on a console. But the current generations of consoles, like I like the Switch. I'm happy with the Switch. I get a nice variety of games on there, and I enjoy that. And I enjoy what they put on it, and I'm happy enough with the hardware. It could be a little bit more powerful, but if they, work things well, if they just put the time in to optimize the games, they can run pretty well. But like the PS5, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Some of the stuff on there, I'm like, this would probably run better on my PC, but it would probably be easier for me to stream it off of the PS5 than to run it simultaneously. Because I had looked back on like some of my RoboCop streams, and it's like some of the footage looks really chunky, and the game did not run that way. I just couldn't do that and capture it at the same time. So I'm like, well, I'll just get stuff on the PS5 for that now. But that's like just that particular use case. If I'm just playing the game straight, I'll just play it on the computer and it runs fine. Just gotta get those Sega processors and jam them in. Say, it's funny you mentioned Sega, because the Sega stuff is like like the Saturn and the Dreamcast 2-bit. Saturn was like a real beast to emulate properly because it had 2 video processors on like a shared bus, and the architecture is just very weird on it. Because originally they designed the Saturn to be like a 2D powerhouse, and then realized everyone's going to 3D and just slapped another VDP in there, and it's just like it's real kind of janky. It's also like the same reason you don't see like HDMI mods for the Saturn, because like trying to work with its video is kind of rough. My scalers do all right with it, but when I updated my scaler, I wanted to go back and do the Die Hard Arcade again, because Die Hard Arcade changes resolutions like every time there's a scene change. Every cutscene is like 1 or 2 different resolutions. It's just out of its mind with the resolution shifts. And as a consequence, my old scaler would lose a lot of that footage. So a lot of times a cutscene would go on and it would be a black screen and then a split second of some old man going, "Rah!" And then it would go back to the game. The new scaler handles that better, but like that was one of the more egregious ones. Because a friend used to work in those back in the 2000s. They're neat. They can be a pain. They're old enough and are starting to get more notoriety for having like failing capacitors, particularly around like the VDP chips. They'll fail. What's a VDP? I'm thinking of 2 different. I may be listing off 2 different names of stuff, but that was the problem that mine had. That every other time I powered it on, it wouldn't boot. And then I recapped it and everything was fine since then. And I couldn't nail down which one it was until I had replaced them. And then I could point out like, oh, this one was definitely failing. But I just did all of them. And that was with surface mount caps, which are kind of a pain. But the version of the Sega Saturn that has through-hole caps, they bent the leads flush to the board. So like your usual solder removal techniques are also trouble. So it's like a pain either way. But once you get those cleaned up, like they tend to work fairly well. Another big problem is like the battery on it, which is the same issue in like the Sega CD, that like it's got internal storage, and it's just like a coin cell, and if that coin cell dies, your saves are gone. They were ahead of their time, but maybe a little too much, because now like every console's got internal storage. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? Right? But there was a time where that wasn't the case. What's up, Jum Jum? Fighting for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Jum is there. What's happening? Good to see you. But like, you know, most newer consoles, like it's non-volatile memory, which wasn't like as accessible back then. I'm trying to think like the Dreamcast has a battery, the GameCube has a battery. Those just store internal settings like the clock. 3DO has a battery. It's a rechargeable battery. Those last a good long while because that's got internal storage for saves as well. And then like the 3DO, you had to get like a pretty expensive external box to copy saves and even manage saves. Like there's no menu to deal with that. At least the Sega CD and the Sega Saturn had a cartridge slot, and you could get a memory cartridge for that. We need 3,492 points before reaching the final level. Let's say hello to our future wife very quickly. Very good. G.I. Jum against Sabu and his Yakuza and Black Shadow Warriors. Finding a save date. Always there for fighting for freedom, land and air. I don't know. I would take the land, maybe the sea. I don't think I'd do the air. I don't think I trust air travel enough. What is my... Did I stay at an inn? I don't remember if I did. Well... I must have, because I don't have... I'm going to stay at the inn, because I don't remember. I must have stayed at the inn. Because my gold is no longer maximum. We'll get it all back. We've got to fight quite a few more enemies. I got the count up there, and I can't give you like a target number like I could before, because we're not fighting the same consistent enemy again. We find all kinds of stuff. Princess Old Craig. You ever drink Bailey's out of an old shoe? What do I got? We got a torch. Let's just buy as many herbs as we can. We're going to try and use these herbs to heal as much as we can to conserve magic for the lower depths, where I want to do as much leveling as possible all the way in the bottom. Okay. Can I buy another torch? What about another torch? Okay, we're good. We got 2 torches. All right, let's hit the bricks. We gotta head to the Dragon Lord's castle. And begin our descent. I'm gonna try and avoid every fight before then. So this has been like quite a ride with this game. Once we pass a certain level, like the tension kind of roll out, but man, even in higher levels, we've had a lot of like high tension fights. Once the need for money is gone, though, it kind of takes the tension away, because that's your big loss point. Give me Jump Flash, the Lee brothers, Cousin Sonny, Marin, Kunio, Riki, Kyoko, Misako, Renzo, probably even Turok, Son of Stone. Really, Turok, Son of Stone, Shadow Man, Shek's Mixed Squadron, Ranger Bitterman fighting. What are we fighting for? Why are we fighting? Scared of slimes, I see. I don't want to artificially inflate my number with flimsy slime fights. I only want high quality battles here. It's not a metal slime Jum's not interested, and that's right. My Anaconda don't want none unless you got points, hon. Of course, we're gonna get like a billion encounters between here and there, but I don't want to use my valuable MP on a repel. Piss off! Thank you. Oh my gosh, back again. You sure you don't want to kill me? You positive you don't just want to kill me? Guy's trolling me. He's trolling me. Comes back just to run away. Terrible. Terrible. Chunk Saxon PO parody of Doom and Quake shows up. PO is weird. There is repel. It's not 100% effective, but it does cut down. Oh no, 1 hit point. Let me get that back. I'm done. It's not effective enough, and it uses my MP. If I could recover my MP any way besides sleeping in an inn, I would just be throwing spells all over the place here. I'd be blasting fireworks off the whole time I'm walking. I'd just be casting hurt more on absolutely nothing just because I could, but I want to conserve as much of it as possible, because I don't know how tough these enemies are going to be now in the basement. They're a little bit tougher than the Axe Knight. We were doing all right against the Axe Knight. These are the guys we're running may start to become an issue for us. Particularly, like, I'm not worried about any of them killing us, but if we get someone that, like, jumps out and puts us to sleep immediately, that's just gonna... Oh my gosh, quit interrupting me. That's just going to rile me up. All right, to the castle. We are here. We're gonna make our way all the way down to the bottom. Let's see if I can remember how to get there. A green dragon I will fight. A green dragon I'll fight. I'll always fight the green dragons. That's one for the board. 45 XP is not great. Consider my Jimmy's Russell. Green dragons I enjoy fighting because they were such a tough opponent the first one we encountered. And now they're just random trash we find. Oh boy. Okay, this first one is just navigating around like this, I believe. Could be wrong. Could be way off base here. Star Wyverns. Not interested. The Axe Knight? Okay, I'll fight the Axe Knight. I'll fight the Axe Knight. I'm gonna roll the dice. I'm gonna roll the dice. This is the first one we come across. We'll see if he tries to put us to sleep. We just one-shot the man. So that's pretty good. Let me pull this page up here. I've been through here enough. I don't think you'll begrudge me. I'm ripping up their dirt bike out there. Okay, we're good. Pulling up my map so I can figure out where on earth I'm going. Very good. And Stone Man, I don't want to fight because they're beefy. Blue Dragon I'll fight. I don't remember if Blue Dragons throw spells at me or not. I guess we'll find out. I'll get a refresher real quick. That's 60, so we're moving up in the world in terms of the... Just go down one, thank you. In terms of the XP load we get. There we go. Okay, do. Probably want to go to this away. So I will be kind of bummed to see this go, but all adventures have to end eventually. Is this where I want to go? No. This one. A wizard! Uh-oh, he's hurting me. Don't hurt me. There's still Void Pyramid. That is correct. And many more Dragon Quests and many more RPGs. This has been a lot of fun playing through this. I appreciate you all showing up and watching me play this. It's a really fun game. It's super duper basic. Also, I don't know if I said hi to you, Edward. If I did not, I apologize. Hello. But it's a very important game and fun. I still think it's fun because it set the stage for everything that followed. Basically, JRPGs as they currently exist owe it all to the success of Dragon Quest. This guy can cast heal more and hurt more. I don't think he can put us to sleep. I could be wrong. I'm just trying to try wailing on him. Fun hanging out, making meetings, watching the Dragon Warrior Slay Dragons. I appreciate that. Probably later play it myself, enjoy watching the grind. It has been fun. The grind has been enjoyable. This is one of the few times, because sometimes grinds are just really irritating. This grind, I guess just based on like the clear numbers, has been like, oh yeah, it helps if you have a set goal, but it's been a lot of fun. I love seeing the Toriyama designs. Really didn't mind grinding so much in this one. Look, we're already back up to maximum gold. It was very fun. Like pre-Skyrim. Oh, no, for head mode, no. Can we take this guy out before he heals or hurts us too badly? Very good. So we are what I would consider over-leveled at this point. You really, really, really don't need to get to max level to take this on. This should just be straight across here. There's a big room. We can't see all of it. I don't like fighting the stone man just because he's got a mountain of hit points. XP loadout is okay. Oh, he's hurting me. It's a good thing we got all these herbs because I doubt I will need it, but I want to conserve as much MP for the actual final battle as possible. But I also want to make sure that we are not, yeah, we're still we're a little bit less than 3,000 away. In fact, I can phone a friend here. Yeah, 2,989. So just under 3,000 XP. Nice. I love you too, sweetheart. She can't hear me. The red dragon. I think red dragons threw spells at us, possibly. We'll roll the dice. We'll roll the dice on it. Red dragons are nice. They are worth, I believe, 100 XP. Yes. We'll see how far down we get. How much is this going to do? 12. See, they're not doing like tons and tons of damage. We can't stand up to it forever, but it's not the end of the world if we take some hits. Another 100 XP. You guys got to let me get where I'm going here, though. Like that's my thing. Isn't he? I know he's called the Armored Knight, but I just call him the Pink Knight. I don't think anyone will mind. Ooh, that is a mighty hit. He also kind of looks like a Zaku. I think somebody else mentioned that too. But he does kind of remind me of, or maybe not a Zaku, maybe like the, one of the like the next rank up from that. I can't remember what they're called. It's no mere Zaku, boy. No mere Zaku. Wizard's a powerful week. Will you please just let me get where I'm going? It's very important that we do this right here. It's very important that he sees us doing this. He can see us now, so I'm okay with this. Uh-oh! Let's see how much damage he does before I wake up. Okay. Should I use an herb? I got 6 herbs. I'm just gonna use one now. Oh, it didn't heal that much. So he can see us. There's the Dragon Lord. Gotta make eye contact. You won't look at me. Let's get down here so he's actually looking at us. Look at me. Look at me, Dragon Lord. I'm up there thinking, what is this man doing? You know what? Just cause I'll give this a try. Can't believe it shows weakness. That's right. Oh, he missed us. 2 hits. 3 hits. This is why I don't like him. He's not doing a lot of damage to me, so that's okay. All right. 65. It's just not that worth that much. Be like a snake. Get you. Like a cobra. What are you doing? What are you doing in my castle, boy? I'll be with you in a minute. Just down here piling up bodies. Minions, destroy him! Just sitting here feasting on wizard guts. Making rugs out of dragons. It's beautiful. I don't need this anymore. 751. I think I said him like around 800 is what I was gonna need based on a prior calculation. I think we can get past that. We can go beneath that level. Oh no. Maybe I should start the stop spell on this guy. We don't know how long we'll be asleep. Usually that doesn't last too long. Slowly building back up. But I've got plenty of NP to heal myself if need be. Which I will probably do. Or just consume a bunch of herbs. That's probably good. That's probably good. Another one bites the dust. Another one gone. Another one gone. Choke out the Gear Strive. What had Billy and Jimmy as DLC? Why not? Stranger things have happened. I don't like you. Reject the stone, man. I only wish to fight flesh and blood enemies. My sword has a hunger for soft meat. I don't want to break my sword on. I'll fight this guy because he's got to have some meat inside, like a crab. We just got to heat the armor enough by repeatedly bashing it with our sword. And then we can feast on the delicious sweetbreads inside. It made more sense than Lucy Rebecca from the Cyberpunk anime. Did they add those? They did. I hadn't heard about that. Sword is Umbra from the Elder Scrolls, the one that morbs the mind and desires bloodshed. I mean, I'm just seeing like the damage this guy has caused. I've been fighting for my life out here for months now. Months. And the destruction of Hawksnest still traumatizes me. In my head at least. I don't think this guy, he never saw it not destroyed, so as far as he knew, it was always that way. But we were told, hey, I heard monsters wrecked that town. Killed everybody there. Now they're scared. They're afraid to come out and battle me. Come on, wizard. Come on here with your weak, pathetic flesh. Let me slice upon you. Not this guy, though. No, not that guy. Nah, no thanks. No thanks, man. All right. Dragon. You fool! You should have put me to sleep when you had the chance. I joked before, this is like the opposite of that meme about Skyrim, how every time you're leveling up, the Draugr are just getting more powerful. Now I am the Draugr. I'm the one getting more powerful here. The Dragon Lord just stays the same. We're about 13 levels higher than we really need to be to fight him. It's doable at 17. It can be tough. It can be luck-based. But it's certainly doable. At 30, it should be over very quickly. I'm going to try one more time to run from this man. Okay. Wizard! They think we will consume his soul like the Dragonborn? It is entirely possible, if not highly likely. If not his soul, I'll definitely consume his flesh. Because at this point, I've killed enough dragons. I've got a taste for dragon meat now. And, you know, once he's gone, that may be the end of dragons. So I'm going to make a savory meal out of this man. Is it cannibalism? I don't know if the Dragon Lord is human or not. I don't know if he constitutes human. I think we're safe to eat pretty much everything we've battled here. The skeletons might be, you know, a tough subject because they are technically bones of what I assume are humans. I don't know that for sure. You mostly just be using them for soup or grinding their bones up to make bread or something like that. I don't know what bone bread would be like, but I mean, if the Giants always talk about that bone bread, it's gotta be good for something. I think we talked about this before. Did we talk about this before? We talked about bone bread before. I think maybe we talked about a different kind of bread, but you can make bread out of bones, I imagine. Oh boy, we are a little less than 1,500 points away. If our encounter rate, depending on how generous it is, we can just recover most of our hit points by walking back and forth here, which is even more funny. He's just staring, watching us like all our blood just seeping back into the wounds as they close up. Just getting more and more nervous back there like, oh damn, this guy's tough. I don't know about this. Piles and piles of knights and dragons and wizards just scattered around his throne room. It's getting real hard to move in here. There's a pool of blood rising up past our ankles at this point. It's like fighting in a flooded ship compartment. I'm gonna have to change my socks. Make sure I don't get the foot fungus. Just cram some herbs real quick. Make him rethink his whole life. How did I get here? Why did I choose this role in life? I could have been a farmer. My power is growing ever greater. Soon, Dragon Lord. So I will leave it to y'all. Once I reach the final penultimate level, do I go back and save and then come back and fight him, or just immediately fight him? More to the point, there is something that I would like to do that will either have to leave and save and come back, or I'll just save state it. I'll probably just save state it, pending the approval of chat. Because there is the game kind of has two different endings. I bet he dropped out of art school. Oh no. He probably did. I think it's more likely fashion school, if that is such a thing. When you look at his fancy hat, you know he made that himself, and he's just mad that like no one is rocking the two-pronged hat. It's like, my two-pronged hat would have made me famous and a millionaire. You plebes just can't understand the beauty of it. But once we face him, we're faced with a choice, and depending on which one you choose, the game will end differently. So I'll probably save state it before then, because it does essentially just game over you on one of them, just to show it, because it's funny. It's very funny. Yeah, these guys really not that tough. Compared to the last time we were down here, it was a little bit more, especially like the first time we come in here. We came here looking for the sword. These guys were a lot of them were very scary. And now I'm far, far less concerned. Unless the Stone Man shows up. But I'm not so concerned. He just doesn't give enough XP relative to the amount of attacks I have to hit him with. I don't like it. No, sir. I don't like it. We're at 772. Will we break 800? It's possible. Just a cheeky little herb there. So next Sunday, I'm going to change up the schedule. Sunday grind will not be back next Sunday because we're going to play Phasmophobia with Perhenmo and Sky. Oh no! Don't put me to sleep. Wake up! Wake up, Jum! No, wake up! Oh no! It can't end this way. Oh no! Not again! They're learning. All right. This is the first time I've come to this. Under 100 points is just a little too low for me. Still not worth the stop spell, because the stop spell might not work. Healing always works. So we're going to be playing that. And then after that, I think the following week, I will be out of town. So Sunday grind may not return until April, possibly. I think, is that right? That might be right. Where is the, when was March? No, we still have one more Sunday. The 30th. The 30th. So Sunday grind won't be back till the 30th of this month. Well, how much will I grind on Sunday? Well, it's only going to be a break one Sunday. We're going to play Phasmophobia next Sunday. The Sunday after that. You may see me on Sunday, but I don't expect to be back in time, so I'm not going to put it on the schedule. So there'll just be a 1 week gap. And then we'll play Hide Lied. The original Hide Lied on the PC 88 as available from the Egg Console, released on Switch. Which I'm looking forward to. So I'm not playing the NES version. It's not that the NES version is a terrible version. But I want to play like the original version. Although I'll probably have to put some music in there because the only music in the game is a couple of notes from an opera from Carmen. The opera Carmen. A section of the Toreador song, not the well-known one. And it doesn't sound that great. It's worse than, like, the music on this can seem very repetitive, but at least like it plays a couple of notes more. If it's just like blup, 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 blup. The NES is also bad. The NES just has like an infinite loop of like a bad ripoff of the Indiana Jones theme, from what I remember, which is a port of Super Hide Lied. Basement Brothers just put out a video on Hide Lied as well. If you have an interest in Hide Lied, Basement Brothers does a lot of classic like Japanese PC game reviews. I really enjoyed their content. I should say his content, because I don't ever see. It's called Basement Brothers, but I don't ever see the one of them. So I don't know, but I really enjoy, like, they go over a lot of the old stuff, and they go into like detail and like what kind of hardware it supported, different ports for it. Very good content. I really enjoy their channel. Oh no, don't put me to sleep. Don't do it, Red Dragon. Oh, we are less than 500 points away. Oh no! This could kill us. All right. Yeah, I will. So we're one more down. We should still be fine. Let's phone home real quick. I still am stubbornly refusing to use the stop spell. It's all or nothing with these guys. 374 points is all we need for maximum level. The end is nigh. You hear that, Dragon Lord? I'm coming for you. Just a little bit more. I have to slink my bloodlust just slightly more. Oh no! The RMG! Hey, what's up, Jack? Welcome in. How you doing? We are a scant few hundred points away from reaching maximum level of 30 in Dragon Warrior here. And we're doing our grinding right in full view of the Dragon Lord, so you can watch and get really worried about this monstrosity of a man that's about to barrel straight into him sword first. We are so close. How you doing, Jack? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Consume some weak wizard flesh here. Oh. We're so tantalizingly close. What will be the final enemy we fight? Will it be the red dragon? Will it be the armored knight? Will it be the wizard? Or will we risk it all? Well, that's not really risking it all. Will we disobey my one rule and fight the stone man? Of those four, who's it gonna be? Who will push our XP over the edge? It could be any of them. Like 100 and 114. When our XP equals our gold, we'll be there. Stone man, I do not want to fight you. You're not worth it. You're not worth it. I think we can all agree it's not going to be the stone man. Don't put me to sleep. Thank you. We are 14 points away. We are 14 points away from maximum level here. I'm going to fight whatever comes up next, no matter what it is. We're going to fight it. Oh! It's the stone man. Do the square in front of him. I might. Oh! It was the square right in front of him. Okay, it wasn't the stone man. Which is good, because I hate the stone man. Just killed this man right in front of his eyes. The perfect RNG right there. Oh! We are at the maximum level. We did it! 784 fights, give or take. I may have missed a few numbers, but less than 800, and certainly less than 4 digits. So we did it. We did it. We ground all the way up, all the way to the tippy top. How much of a bonus do we get for this final level? Power by 5, speed increased by 9, hit points by 10, magic by 9. We're not going to take advantage of the magic. We use that last herb. That's good enough. That's good enough. All right. Oh, I can't do a save state. I cannot do a save state here. All right, we'll fight him normally now. Or do we save? Do we save? Here's the question. Do I go back to town and save and then walk back here and fight him, or just take him on now? I think I'll just take him on now. Possibly. The only reason I would want to go back and save is that I can come and talk to him, and then we'll just do that. It's even funnier for me if I leave and then come back after doing all of that. Oh, I'm so on the fence. It's so the dramatic effect is so much better if I just annihilate him. I'll just go for it. Give him false hope and then crush it by coming back. We'll just do all of this. Or shank him. I'm gonna put up a poll here. Start this poll. Vote if you will. I don't need full power. The only reason I want to go back is to save so I can show the alternate ending, and also so I have 30 level save. But I can do that another time. Whatever happens, I will show both of the potential endings of this. Give this poll just another sec while I take a little sip here and just stare deeply into his eyes. He's just like, what is he doing? What is he doing? He's just standing there menacingly, chewing on the corpse of a knight. All right. End poll, that's enough. All right. We're going to fight him. I'm going to ask anybody who is in the chat able to type, give me your best guess as to how many attacks it will take to slay the Dragon Lord. How many hits? I'll say hits, because we won't count it if I miss, right? How many of our hits will it take? 8? I've got an 8. I got a 3. All right. Any more takers here? Last chance. We got 3. We got 8. Let's see. Let's chat with this man here. Welcome, Jum. I am the Dragon Lord, King of Kings. I have been waiting long for one such as thee. I give thee now a chance to share this world and to rule half of it, if thou wilt now stand beside me. What sayest thou? Will the great warrior stand with me? Hell no! Thou art a fool! Look at this man. Look at his face. That's a face that says, oh Lord, I done screwed up. Well, to battle! 30 points. That's 1. That's 2. Oh! So we're up to 2 so far. The Dragon Lord revealed his true self. Fight! 3 point. That's 3. This is 4 attacks. 5 attacks. Gonna heal. 6 attacks, 6 hits. 7 hits. 7 hits! Perhenmo wins the prize. He's the closest. 7 hits. I counted for both of them because there's, he's got his 2 forms, but it's all the same boss. Thou hast done well in defeating the Dragon Lord. Thou hast found the ball of light. Radiance streams forth as thy hands touch the object and hold it aloft. Across the land spreads the brilliance until all shadows are banished and peace is restored. Well, let's take our victory lap here. I'm gonna call home. I've never reached max level. What does she say now? This is Waylon. Know that thou hast reached the final level. It's the final level. All right, we've done it. We have annihilated the Dragon Lord. We have cast out the shadows. We don't have to walk back. I could just fly back, but it's like, why bother? If there's no more enemies, nothing can hurt us now in this world. Or can it? So now we merely have to return to the castle and announce our victory to the king, marry the princess. But first, I want to check something. While we have no encounters and the way is clear, I want to go see if that Axe Knight is still there. I'm extremely curious if that Axe Knight is still there. So can I talk to anybody? Are they going to acknowledge what I've done here? Oh, they have! Hurrah! Hurrah! Long live Jum! Thou hast brought us peace again. Oh, we can go on the world tour here. I should have stopped at that other town. Thou hast brought us peace again. Okay, I can't shop anymore either. Well, looks like that's all anyone's got to say to us. Well, at least, like, I'll give them that. At least they acknowledge that I won. Right? Castle is like, you'll be home immediately. Jum takes the scenic route. I'm on to another adventure. I still hunger for the taste of death. Quick upon my lips. I must savor the passing of another life. Surely there are still those who would challenge me in this world. Or will I have to slay the king? By gods, I'll do it. Yeah, it didn't take long. Like, at level 17, it's a bit more of a back and forth with the Dragon Lord. It's a lot more attack and heal. At level 30, you just kind of wail on him. All right. Oh, the Axe Knight has been freed of his curse and is no longer bound to the confines of Hawksness. Well, now that means I have to kill the king, because that's the only thing that can slake my thirst for destruction. So all that remains now is to return to the castle, plunge this blade deep into his heart. No, I'm just kidding. You can't. I couldn't even if I wanted to. I kind of want to, but I can't. Future wife not gonna be happy about that. No, it's fine. I'll buy her some nice things. I'm sure she'll be okay. That's her specifically. I'm not making some statement on women in general. Just this specifically, this princess. It's more about royalty than anything. Although I really don't know. She doesn't have much character development in this game. The only thing I know about her is that she got abducted by a dragon and she said she loves me. Beyond that, I have no idea what kind of person she is. Come now, King Lorik awaits. Come now, come now. Let him wait. I'm the champion. He can wait for me. Is that all any of you have to say to me? Oh no, they've all been mind controlled. They all have but one phrase. Ooh. All right, this is it. The legends have proven true. Thou art indeed of the line of Erdrick. It is thy right to rule over this land. Will thou take my place? Jum thought carefully before answering. I cannot, said Jum. If ever I am to rule the country, it must be a land that I myself find. Gwaelin said, Please, wait. I wish to go with thee on thy journey. May I travel as thy companion? Sure, why not? I'm so happy. I'm pretty sure if I said no, she'd just say, no, you gotta. We're colonizers now. Oh no! Oh no! Maybe I'll find some place that doesn't have people on it. And we find some island that's just occupied by pigmen. All right, we'll slay them because they're evil, universally. Now a bachelor for life. No way. I'm of royalty now. I must leave an heir so that in future generations can summon the heir of Erdrick once again. That's where Dragon Quest Builders comes in. Is it really? I didn't realize Dragon Quest Builders. I didn't realize either of those games actually tied into the Dragon Quest games. That's very cool. Build our own land with blackjack and hookers and traders. And thus the tale comes to an end, unless the dragons ever return. Hey! Congratulations, thou hast restored peace unto the world, but there are many roads yet to travel. May the light shine upon thee. Hey! All right! We did it! Yeah! Now I'll get the credit roll, and I'll show you the other ending. Scenario written by Yuji Horii. Still kicking last I heard. Character designed by the late great Akira Toriyama. The one and only. Music composed by Koichi Sugiyama. Programmed by Koichi Nakamura, Koji Yoshida, Takanori. I can't read these names fast enough. Very good. Very good. Very fun game. It's hard to play it now and just stack it up against like any more modern, even slightly more modern RPG, even stack it up against a Super Nintendo RPG. But this really like proved the concept that this could work on a console, because RPGs existed in rather primitive form on PC architecture for a while by this point. But this proved like this could actually work, and its success led to Final Fantasy and Phantasy Star, and the success of those led to other RPGs, many of which still carry on to this day. It all comes back to this. And then prior to this, it goes back to, like Wizardry and Ultima and all that. But this was an extremely fun game for me. This was a lot of fun playing through this. I appreciate everyone hanging out with me playing through this. It means a lot. I enjoyed it so much. We had some real fun adventures, some real intense moments in the grind there, leading up to the end. Definitely over-leveled, but he still put up a fight. It wasn't like at max level, it wasn't like a one-hit kill. He's still like, he was still wailing on us. If I just sat there and hit attack, he still could have killed us. So it's not super tough, but like, he could have done it. He could have put us under. He could have put us in the ground. But weirdly, the shortcut for save states and stuff does not work in this. So I'm going to reset this real quick. All right. Bring this back up. The only unfortunate aspect is like we don't have our level 30 save. I could go back and do that another time. I could grind up to level 30 and then just have it there just to say, I've got it. I did it. Yeah, so we're back where we were before. So we're gonna go back to the lair of the Dragon Lord. What do I got on me? Do I have a torch? Okay, that's good enough. We're just gonna run back there real quick to show what happens if you say yes. What happens if you say yes? When he asks you to join him. Just to show you, use repel. Oh, yeah. Like I said, it doesn't stop everything, and it doesn't last real long. It cuts down. It's not as bad as some stuff. I swear, like the one in the Tales of game, I can tell that it cuts down the encounter rate. The encounter rate is just so high that it just doesn't feel like it's doing anything. Actually, let me check something. Nope. I was just checking to see. I think there's a button somewhere on the front of the flash cart, but I can't. In the Nest toaster, I can't reach it, so. Oop. One more this way. Go away. All right. Do it again. We're not gonna, where we're going, we won't need magic. Wonder who designed the Dragon Quest games with Toriyama gone. I don't know. I mean, a lot of he had like a decent amount of character design already done for the next game. But Yuji Horii is like, he's no spring chicken either. So we're reaching the possibility that Dragon Quest games could continue without either Toriyama or Yuji Horii. But I think that, I mean, it would be very difficult to bring an artist in that isn't just doing Toriyama's style. I don't think they would, I don't know that they'd ever be able to succeed if they went against those designs. But who knows, you know? Everything has its time. And everything has its end. So who knows how long like the series could actually last if they're both gone. As long as they're still selling, I think they'll keep going with it. And it's still very, very popular in Japan. But I'm kind of like horrified to consider the possibility of a future where like there's just some random design work on it with no consistency, or if they do like what we had to encounter a bunch in the 90s. Let's get to end things and do something new. Yeah, it's just something you gotta accept in life. You know, eventually everything ends. Nothing can last forever. I mean, they've had, you know, several decades of Dragon Quest games. All right, I'll fight you. You forced my hand, wizard. I was willing to let you go. You're the one who said you wanted to fight. Just remember that. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, it wasn't like it was cut down its prime. It can allow Suikoden. Yeah. Well, and that's a shame too that like he passed away like just as they were launching like a new game that is like the spiritual successor to Suikoden. Which I'm amazed a lot of them are still like working on stuff. I mean, that shows like real passion there. Which one am I on here? I mean, I didn't close that, did I? Yep, this is where I want to go. Oh! All this just to show this one goofy screen. I'm not going to probably fight the Dragon Lord again, because I'd have to walk all the way back here. I kind of do want to see what's we got plenty of time. I haven't been going for it's not even been 2 hours. I'm kind of curious what she says if I just say no, but I'm pretty sure she just won't take no for an answer. Okay, Armored Knight, I'll fight you. It's fine. Oh! Check something here. I'm not sure if this still has any charge. Oh, it doesn't appear to. Go ahead, check my second controller, see if this works on the second controller. Oh, it does. Okay. It doesn't. I need to charge that up anyway. I was just curious. Wow. It would just save some time, but it's not like I'm in any mad hurry here. We're just gonna go talk to the Dragon Lord. We're gonna see what's what. These guys would just leave us alone. We don't need like a single shred of health for this either. Such a weird layout. Like we're all the way down here in the bottom, and it's like we're just down in the poison swamp water area. I like how the deeper you go in the dungeon, the lower and or slower the dungeon music gets. It's very subtle, but it's a neat effect. Fine, I will kill you. This guy's just tired of living. Please slay me. Coming for you, Dragon Lord. Son of a bitch. Just imagine like this fierce dragon shows up and I'm just like casually trying to shove its face away. Like, look, just get out of my way already. Also notice, I don't know if it's a palette thing, but notice the red dragon is more of like a brownish color. It's like the color of dried blood. Anyway. Welcome, Jum. I am the Dragon Lord, King of Kings. I have been waiting long for one such as thee. I give thee now a chance to share this world and to rule half of it, if thou wilt now stand beside me. What sayest thou? Will the great warrior stand with me? Yeah, let's say yes. Why not? Really? Yes. Then half of this world is thine, half of the darkness. End. If thou dies, I can bring thee back for another attempt without loss of thy deeds to date. Thy journey is over. Take now a long, long rest. And then that's the game. Can you imagine if you virtual voice screen, if you got to this point as a kid and we're just like, sure, why not? And like you hadn't saved in a long time, why, I don't know. And then you got this And you have to reset the game at this point. The world did fall to darkness, but we rule half of it. So, was it really that bad? Probably, because there's probably not going to be like anybody left but werewolves and such. There's nothing but werewolves and dragons. But oh well. Let's suck losing all that progress. Yeah, it would be an absolute nightmare. It's so crazy to think about, like someone getting like fooled by that. Like, yeah, why wouldn't I join the Dragon Lord? Like, I don't know, because he's a horrible monster. Why would you join the Dragon Lord? I don't know why I can't pull up a save state on this. All right. Going back one more time. There is one innovation that other games added that makes a world of difference in a lot of long RPGs, and that is some kind of method of getting around quickly. Airships or wingbirds or warp points, whichever. Because just walking along this can be a real drag. It's not a huge world. That's the only thing I'll say in this offense. It's not a giant world you're traversing here. But sometimes you're just trying to get to point B and you get jumped constantly and it gets tiresome. So we're going to go back. I'm actually going to fight the Dragon Lord this time. Because as long as we're here, we may as well see what happens if we tell the princess no. If it's what I suspect it is, it'll be good for a chuckle at least. Because I'm pretty sure it's just the same as if she asks you if you love her and you say no. She just will not end the conversation until you say yes. You must. You must, though. Whoa! Werewolf! Get out of here. I stopped grinding on you guys 2 levels ago. I meant to run. I don't want to fight those guys, and that's exactly why I never want to fight those guys, because most of the time you just miss them. Nope, no thanks. Oh, fine. If you insist, Green Dragon. I like the enemy designs in this are very cool. I liked how the knights, all the different knights had different weaponry. So they're more just a palette swap. And they look very neat. There's just enough variety to the enemies. Whether or not they hit real hard, they have a lot of hit points, they have a high defense, they have spells, what kind of spells. Just enough to keep it interesting. So I'll be real curious to play the second one and the third one. And on. I will eventually get to them all, but there's just only so much time. And so many RPGs I want to play. And they take so much time. Which is not a complaint, it's just the reality of it. RPGs take a lot of time. I don't know how much longer. I've still got, like, I don't know, good 4 or 5 more streams. I think I had Tales of Fantasia, depending on how things go. Because in Tales of Fantasia, we're basically like we've got to go combine those swords we got, right? And then we're on our way to the final dungeon. But then there's also like a treasure hunt and the tournament and the Moria Gallery. There's still like, you know, 3 other pieces of like side content that I want to explore. I don't know how deep I'll go in the tournament because it was rough. And if it's that rough all the way through, if I just like bounce off of it, then you know, I'm not gonna bang my head against the wall for hours and hours to try and get what could just be garbage items. There's only like one or 2 items out of it that I'm really interested in. But how much I actually need them. One is a lipstick that you can use. It's a reusable item you can use to make stuff cheaper in the shops, which is like the charm bottle, but it doesn't go away when it's used. But by the time I get it, it's like I'm probably not gonna be buying anything. I probably don't need the money anymore. So I question its usefulness by that late stage of the game. But the Moria Gallery, there's an item. Oh no, it's putting us to sleep. Moria Gallery, there's an item that lets you control the encounter rate, either turn it up or down. And I will probably go after that. I think that is worth it. We couldn't make it all the way there without getting put to sleep just once. It was bound to happen. Ugh. Oh, let me go. I'm on a mission here. So we should still be able to take him on very easily. We've got plenty of magic to heal ourselves. I didn't buy any herbs. It's fine. If these guys would just leave us alone. Oh my god. Fine. Fine, I'll attack you. Guys just don't know when to quit. You don't know when to give up. You should know by now. If you mess with me, the only place you're going to find yourself is in a pool of your own bodily fluids on the side of the road. Quit it now. $163. Yeah, it's good enough. All right, Dragon Lord. I will not stand with you. Thou art a fool. Uh-oh. The spell will not work. I'm glad that didn't work. That would be very ugly. I love this Dragon Lord. He's so large and in charge. He's cutting into the dialogue box. There's cutting into the screen, jutting out at us. That's a very simple but neat effect. Just put him on the layer on top of it. Very fun. So what do we got? 2, 3, 4. This is 5. This will be 6. 7. Same amount. Fight him again. Yeah, just for the stupidest reason. Also, I've got plenty of time for it. I just want to see. I want to get every ounce of this game that I can. We'll just fly home. What happens if we tell her no? What happens if we say, no, you can't come with us? But it's proven true that I don't do the line of Erdrick, then is thy right to rule over this land. Wilt thou take my place? Jum thought carefully before answering. I cannot, said Jum. If I am to rule the country, it must be a land that I myself find. Please wait. I wish to go with thee on thy journey. May I travel as thy companion? No, but thou must. May I travel as thy companion? No, but thou must. No. 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 Yeah, that's fine. I like if I say yes, she immediately just throws herself on me. Like, great, now carry me. Your choices are yes or yes. Well, at least, you know, he's not going to get out of shape because he's going to have to, like, cart her all over the globe. Which he's going to have to, like, get down eventually. Otherwise, if they stay in that position for too long, like, and she just doesn't move, like, eventually their flesh will begin to, like, grow together. They'll become some sort of, like, hideous monstrosity. I want to focus determination and sheer effing will. Indeed. Well, that was, again, Dragon Warrior. All the different endings I can take. I don't believe anybody else has anything different out there in the world. Sounds good. Screenshot put in the monk channel. You already got two? Oh, don't ever change, YouTube. Don't ever change. Yeah, very fun game. It's especially interesting because, like, this is, you know, among the most basic hardware. The US release does have, like, a larger ROM size than the original Japanese, which they used to expand some of the graphics. But very basic soundtrack. A lot of it committed to the artwork, I would say. Spec Chunsoft. That was just Chunsoft back then. Good old Enix. Now Squeenix. Man, Enix were like, they put out some real solid hits. And then they just kind of abandoned the US market because, like, the sales just weren't there anymore. And I feel like there's a lot of Enix games, particularly with the Super Nintendo, that I felt like we were lucky to get at all. But even those were some of the ones that were, like, kind of contribute to it. Like, I love Robotrek, which is known as slapstick in Japan. You build robots, and then you use them to fight alien invaders. I really enjoyed it. Great soundtrack, very fun, interesting battle system. It's kind of like a robot Pokemon before Pokemon. Really enjoyed that game. I don't think it was very well reviewed. That was one of the last games that Enix threw out for a long time prior to their merger with Squaresoft. Yeah, this is very, very fun. Very fun. Well, it was a very short afternoon stream here. This is a game on YouTube playable. Is pretty sure if I say the title, I'll get bonked. Oh, I can only imagine. I haven't looked at a lot of those. I wonder what kind of nonsense they have in there. All right. Well, we can jump over to this very quickly, and I'll see if I stick around and do anything else. This is a very short stream. I'd like to at least get to 2 hours. And I doubt this will take it there. But for now, let's go to Bubble Bobble. Yeah, that last level did not take long at all. And the final fight, does not take long at all. Oh, I gotta watch it. These guys are gonna mess me up potentially. Oh, jeez, you got me. Oh, I got my fancy footwear. Come on down. Oh, those guys shoot the fireballs. I was all worried here about these guys coming after me, and they're just the ones that shoot the fireballs. Uh-oh. Okay, it's all good. Come and get me. Come on up. Come on up. I'm working on it. Oh, he got me. I lost my fancy shoes. All right. Oh, I just walked right into that. Oh my god, that guy's going insane over there. Oh my gosh. I'm getting overwhelmed by how much crap's going on the screen here. I want that crown. I want it. It was worthless. Oh my gosh. I thought it was secure there. I'm just gonna wait down here. He's got to come to me eventually. Come on down. I'm gonna get the hurry in a second here. Okay. You, come here. Where are you going? Oh! Wait. I don't need to be two-player. Oh, that's fine. You can be over there. Yes, distract them. Distract them for me. Come here. Come here, I want to talk to you. Come here. Oh, he killed me. Can I just get... Oh my gosh. I got in there. I couldn't seal the deal. Those guys are just running wild over there. How do I get in there the first time? Oh, face first into death. I gotta take this guy in the middle out first. Not like that. Burger time. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. Come on. Come on, come on. Thank you. Oh, no. I thought I could be quick enough. Oh, I got him. I just got it. Oh, we got him. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Come on up. Come on. Get up here. Get up here. Do it. Gotcha. Yay. One more bubble bobbled. Oh no! Look at that! Look at that impenetrable wall of laser blasting fiends. That's going to be very painful. That's going to be very painful. Oh! Let's go to the training screen. How to time with this and the Dragon Lord. Yeah, tell me about it. The Dragon Lord. Like, I fought him before, like, at level 17 with a weaker character, and I just had to stop and heal more. That was it. I think I ran out of magic. I think that was, like, the most tense part of it. So that's the bigger thing. If he does more damage and you have to heal more, you can run out of magic, and then you're just like, oh no! Worked really well. Worked really well. But level 30 is much too high. But it's still not like a one hit kill. There's a limit to exactly how powerful you can get, unless you're manipulating the RNG. If you manipulate the RNG, then you can make every hit like a big beefy hit, a solid hit. All right, well, what's going on next week? I got to redo my schedule, so it's delayed again. Monday, we're going to be back to Alone in the Dark, Inferno on the PS3. See how many chapters I can get through on that. Not my favorite Alone in the Dark game, but it's still got... It's interesting how they are employing one of the cornerstones of Alone in the Dark, which is having a lot of the narrative be delivered through notes and letters that you find. And that is all coming through notes on the cell phone we stole off of a guy's dead body, which is very weird. Controls are okay. You know, the combat and everything, mechanics are okay. It's just a little bit fiddly at times. You get a lot of fights that seem mostly pointless, but also necessary at the same time. Some of them. Weird driving mechanics, but I appreciate that, you know, here's a game where you're like walking through shadowy corridors trying to dodge monsters and solve some kind of puzzle. And then there's like a parkour section. And then there's a driving section. It's very strange. It's very unusual. And then you finish the chapter and it rolls credits because it's like a TV show, which is a very novel idea. I really enjoyed that. So I'm having fun with it. I may have some minor gripes with it, but I'm having fun with it at least. That's on Monday. Tuesday and Thursday, Tales of Fantasia. We're going to head back to the forest, combine the super weapons, see what we get out of that, and then go from there. I imagine the story will progress along from that, but I still want to make sure we take a look at some of the side content before we wrap the game up for good. So maybe a couple more streams on that one. And then we'll take a break on the RPG for a week or two. So I'm going to squeeze some other games in. And then when I start out the next game, I probably am just going to do... I probably rethink how I do that. I may shift some things around. I like doing 2 streams of RPGs a week of the same RPG because it's a lot of content to get through and it keeps it fresher in my head between sessions and it keeps it from clogging up the schedule for too long, because I know some people will get tired of it or, you know, want to see some other games, and then if I'm limited on the amount of days I can stream, like that eats up a big chunk of it. So and my previous efforts to try and schedule on days where I wouldn't have to be up in the morning, like, just didn't work because my schedule keeps shifting. So it's like I never know until the day of when I do or don't have to be up, it seems, anymore. So it's hard for me to like stream real late consistently on a weeknight. I hadn't been streaming on Fridays because I was hanging out with my nephew, but now he is like straight up addicted, like a drug addict, to Fortnite on the PS5. Like I gotta get on my parents about this. Like, you gotta go in and make him stop. Gotta make him stop. He told me last time I talked to him, and I was like, how late did you stay up last night? No, I was up till 4 a.m. And what time did you wake up this morning? It was about 8 a.m. And they just jumped right back on the PS5. And I'm like, man, you're too young for that. You're too young. You can't do that. Your body is growing. He didn't want to hear from me. So I'm a little concerned about that. But all that means is that I'm a little bit more free on Fridays, depending on what else comes on. Because Fridays are also the time, if I've got any friends or associates in the meat space, in the meat realm, that need to get together. They're all working day jobs. So Fridays are usually when they want to do that. So that's a lot of reason why I don't schedule a lot of stuff on Fridays. But I was thinking of trying to schedule something on like a Friday or a Saturday to run longer. I just don't think I can do it consistently. The meat realm. Some people like hate the term meat space. I love the term meat space to refer to like the real actual offline world. It's just because I like meat. Big juicy steak. That's the world I want to go to. The steak world. back in my tabletop gaming days, we were playing in some RPG, and someone, it was D&D. We were playing someone's D&D game, and one of the people there had this bit where they talked about building the Fat Man's Dungeon. And it started out where he was, when he was in college, he had some guy running a game that everyone referred to as the Fat Man, and they were playing in the Fat Man's game. And I had never heard that, because you're a cannibal. I'm not a cannibal. I don't eat humans. Humanoids, maybe. But no one can prove that I've eaten a human being yet. So, I didn't know the story, and when he started talking about the Fat Man's Dungeon, I thought he meant a dungeon composed of fat men. So we started working out the logistics of where you would just like lure people into this dungeon, and each person would just be fed until they're just like forcibly fed until they grew large, like the blueberry girl from Willy Wonka, and that they would fit together like bricks just by expanding them out. So when you walk on there, you're just walking on a bunch of like very large fat men who have just been like pressed into the shape of stone blocks. Veruca Salt, that's it. Veruca Salt. I should be able to remember that because that's also like a band name, which confused me for a long time. Well, then years later, I was playing in another game of D&D, and we were in this realm, this nightmarish realm where everything was like described as being flesh. And I just joked that we're in the meat dungeon, the Fat Man's Dungeon. I don't think the guy running it, he didn't like it that much, because I spent a lot of time like trying to figure out how I could rule the realm of meat, what I would make that. Veruca was a rich brat that went down the oh yeah, Violet. That's right. She turns into a big purple fruit. Yeah, I haven't played. I get together with one of my friends, and we still play like board games, and sometimes he'll run like a D&D. I used to run that stuff. I used to be like the forever DM, and I got fried out on it. I had some other stuff going on with some of the group that ended badly, and I just never got back into it. And now I'm still interested in it, but like the amount of time it was taking me to like put stuff together to run that game, I just don't have time to put that stuff together anymore. I feel like I got what I needed to get out of that, and I'm still interested in playing the games, but I just don't think I can run the stuff anymore. Never say never, I guess, but for the time being, I feel bad because I know he really wants to play something, and some of our other friends really want to play stuff, but it's so hard to get a group together. Violet Beauregard. Yes. Thank you, yes. Yeah, the Fat Man's Dungeon in the meat space. So I don't know. I've been thinking about that. Another thing that I'm thinking of doing, and I always hesitate to talk about things until I have an actual plan or it's actually on the schedule. I want to do like once a month or once every other month, depending on my availability, a 12-hour stream on a Saturday that just focuses either on one series of games or one game. Just power through as much as I can get through one game through a straight 12 hours. So I'm thinking about doing that next month, because I don't think I have enough time in this month to do something. Adventure game stream. I do want to do more adventure games. I don't know, that fit in there. I'll tell you, the first one I thought about was Bomberman, because there's a lot of Bomberman games. Just chew through a bunch of Bomberman stuff. Adventure games is a good idea too, like especially like the Sierra. If you just went to the Sierra, that keeps it closed in there. It's like it bonked for it. Yeah, I don't know. Some of that stuff just flies under the radar. I mean, space sounds like Jim's version of the Shadow Realm, where he sends his defeated foes. Yeah, I think at the end of that adventure, like, we had some wizard that was helping us that betrayed us because he wanted to gain the power to control the meat realm. and I just cut him down like immediately and tossed his body off a cliff and took control of it. And I was all excited because I was like, now I control that meat realm. So when we finish the adventure, I'll return to my meat realm as the ruler of the meat realm. And he's like, no, you won't rule it for long. Like, no, I think I will. I think I'm going to hold on to that meat realm. Like, no, someone else is going to take it because you're not there right now. Someone else is going to come and take it. He really didn't want me to rule that meat realm. In my mind, my character still rules the meat realm now and forever. Did you beat your meat realm? Oh, per head, Mo. No. LucasArts games. Yeah, I got a fair amount of those. I have a lot of adventure games I want to play. All right, I think the next time I play an adventure game, will probably be a new-ish one. I really want to play the Case of the Golden Idol. I want to say that's an adventure game, right? I'm not misremembering that. I'll open my library here. Case of the Golden Idol. Yeah. I believe that would be considered an adventure. Mystery, detective, investigation, puzzle, 3D. 2D, not 3D. Thimbleweed Park. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I got that. I got that a while ago. That's another one. Thimbleweed Park, I would probably do. I should probably do that one beforehand. Could make a whole thematic thing with some other games I got working on. But this one, Thimbleweed Park had some of the people that were involved in Monkey Island Maniac Mansion. From the creators of Monkey Island Maniac Mansion. And the art style definitely looks like Ron Gilbert and Gary Winnick. Yep. Yeah, I got that a while ago. That is installed. Yeah, we'll put that up on the next. Curse of the Golden Idol. I want to watch other people play. Yeah, I'm excited. Games come out too quickly. There's too many good games coming out. I have a pile of old games to get through too. It's too hard to decide. Wednesday next week, I won't be returning to Mega Man just yet. I do want to get back to Mega Man 10. I also want to try and wedge out like a tiny snippet of time for myself off stream to really go back and practice Mega Man 9. Because seeing my old score was like, I need to get back to that. I need to get back to be able to get through that game. Even if I can't finish the whole thing, if I can finish the Robot Masters in like a half hour, I'll at least have gotten that far. But I'm playing that garbage Mega Man game Wednesday. Get rid of it. Which one? You play Mega Man Base? It's not that bad. Well, depending. I haven't played it as Mega Man, and I know it's hanging over my head someday. I'll have to return to that. Sorry, I'm being no interest in an adventure game. Yes. No, not at all. Not at all. I love adventure games, and like that goes to what I was talking about with the RPGs. Where like I love RPGs and I want to play more RPGs, but I guess I just don't want to play the same game for like 7 months. Because like I'll start to lose track of stuff that we've run into in the game, so it's taken up a lot of time on the schedule. But that just means like it's hard to slide more games in without getting really weird. But that is what I'm going to do before I get to Mega Man 10. RPG's niche, not a popular one. Yeah, I mean I play what I want to play and hope people are along for the ride. And people generally are. And if it doesn't get bigger than that, then it is. I would argue RPGs are very, very popular now. You're seeing a lot of new ones coming out. Metaphor Refantasio, Fantasian. Was it the Neo Fantasian? That one's pretty good. There's a lot of new RPGs coming out, and a lot of like throwback RPGs. There's just like There's one genre that's popular now, and it's Fortnite, and everything else is just kind of skittering around underneath it, is my feeling. For enthusiasts, don't want to seem like it's pressuring. No, not at all. Not at all. I never feel that way. Really from anyone. People, you know, ask about certain games or suggest some stuff, but I've never gotten. I'll say anyone that's ever like pressured me to an annoying extent about playing a game showed up once, told me to play that game, and left. And so I was like, oh, okay. And you know, like I have no ill will against them. It was like, obviously you want to watch someone play this game and I'm not playing it, and so you moved on to greener pastures for you. That works great for the both of us. If that is the case, you know, and I mean, that's, I don't even have to say that. That's just what people do. Like, you know, it happens to a lot of streamers where if you start up playing certain game series and people jump in because like they really like seeing Resident Evil, right? And then you stop playing Resident Evil, and then they just kind of disappear. It happens, you know. I understand that. I don't have any issue with that. I appreciate people that show up for some, all or any. Lurkers, chatters, all of the above. VOD watchers. It's all good. It's all good with me. As long as somebody's getting amused, and if nobody else is, at least I am. So, that's their loss. That's one way to look at it. But I'm gonna do Chex Quest HD. We started that in my little like sampler stream a while back. I just played some random games, and I've been asked to check that out again. I did not finish it then. I don't know how long the game is. We're gonna go back and give it another play. It's a fun game. I mostly just like I remember when the Chex Quest came out, got it in a box of cereal, a box of Chex. I bought that box of cereal specifically to get Chex Quest because my friends at the time were all real heavily into the original Doom and Doom modding. And Chex Quest was essentially just Doom, was essentially just like a Doom mod. And it was very funny having like a cereal box sponsored version of Doom. I may be wrong, but if I remember correctly, it was possible to, like, I don't know if this ever worked out, but I think part of it was that I had friends who did not have jobs who wanted a copy of Doom and were always looking for the cheapest method of acquiring it. And a box of cereal was like a couple bucks. And I think in their mind, like if they bought the box of cereal and got Chex Quest, they could just extract the EXE and throw like a Doom wad in somewhere else. Which was really weird because Doom was shareware way back when, and you could get like the first level or two of Doom for free, and the EXE is the same. The only difference was the WAD file, which contained the levels and all the graphics and everything, and that was what really made it the full game. So I can't even think what the motivation was when they were so excited about it. But I played through all of that back then. I still have the disc floating around somewhere. I should say somewhere. I know exactly where it is. It's in a CD binder. We're not gonna come back to that. But I also have I think what the other ones were. Void Pyramid, Dark Note was one that I know somebody mentioned and I had picked up when it was on sale last time. I thought was interesting. Dark Fall, which I have a couple of. There's a couple of them. And then there's another series made by the people who made that that I also have. Other games. I'm trying to slip some slightly newer games in on the schedule too. That's another thing. So Wednesdays are going to be that for a little bit. I do got to get back to Mega Man 10, but yeah. So like I said, next Sunday, Phasmophobia with Perhenmo and Sky and perhaps somebody else. I don't know if we'll get somebody else for it. And then we will, I'll be out of town the following weekend, and then the weekend after that, which will be the end of March, we'll be playing Highlight. Pretty excited about that. I don't know how well I'll do. I'm trying not to like look up a whole bunch of it beforehand. Just like to get into it. Yeah, there's supposed to be another update for Phasmophobia coming pretty soon. Some map changes. I lose track of the stuff that gets updated as long as they don't drastically change something and to get into it. It's like, oh no, the camera doesn't work anymore. I had a lot of fun playing that last time. It's a game I really enjoy, but don't want to play like every single day, all day kind of thing. Because it can get repetitive, and sometimes you play a little bit too much of it, like the cracks start to appear. I really like the game still. It's still my favorite, like ghost hunting style game. I know there are other ones out there, but they consistently update stuff on it, so I appreciate that. Yeah, but I got a couple other newer games I want to play. And we're running out of Alone in the Dark games. I want to say after this game, there's only one other Alone in the Dark game that I have to play, unless you count like weird ports and stuff. And I don't really feel the need to get into that stuff, which I think is a Game Boy Color game. I'll play that at some point just to see what it's like. I'll give it a shot. And then we'll be back to some Resident Evil stuff. But yeah, if I could just squeeze like one more streaming day out, that would resolve a lot of it. But it's tough. It's tough to get like Friday or Saturday consistently, or even inconsistently. You know what the worst part about it is? This will sound so petty. The worst part about it is if I add one more day to my stream schedule, then I will have to completely overhaul my schedule graphic. And I'm not a graphic designer. My schedule, I'm like, this is good enough. But every time I'm working on it, it's like, I really should just pay somebody to make me a schedule template. It's a little bit better than this. Every time I put the schedule out, I'm like, I need a new post to put in there. And I'm like, man, I don't even know what to do. Just shove my face in. I just don't want to have the same face every time, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, that's what I got going on. I'm gonna try and get that schedule out this evening. If I don't, I'll be up tomorrow. I don't think I got anything else. I don't think I got anything else. Man, join the Discord like I mentioned earlier. No pressure on that, but you can always suggest stuff to me on stream or in comments. If you have games that you think I might enjoy or games that you'd like to see. I cannot guarantee to play everything. I can't guarantee I'm gonna like everything I get, and I can't even the stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, I'd play that. It could be a year. Like, there's no telling when. But I'm always interested in what people are interested in what people are playing. Yes, don't forget the bonks. The bonks is there. It's there. I don't know. You saw it, the bonk channel. Oh yeah. Let's see what these bonks are here. No, I can see that. This first one for Henmo, I understand why YouTube bonked that one. YouTube, in a rare moment of YouTube understanding subtlety, understood what you were getting at there. Homo evolution, start as monkey and turn into human and beyond. That doesn't surprise me. That one, the name, I totally understand that. It's a real Kafka Grigus moment there with that one for Henmo. When your sword one though, like, no, that may or may not have been what you were going for, but YouTube certainly thought it. That one I understand. I understand, not necessarily agree. I'm not saying agree, but I understand both of those. That's still pretty good. You gotta learn, video game makers, you gotta learn not to make your video game have names that are slurs, and then people will not have trouble talking about them in the YouTube nanny chat, you know. Someone's sitting by you. Excuse me. When aren't you by? I'd make some statement about how your relative cleanliness, but you twist that around too. It's dangerous to go take this. Oh no, what is this? Is that a what is that in that image flash? Look at that Flash's memes he's placed there. Spite Beal Smiter with high point values. That's some good wizard jerky. I do enjoy some tasty wizard jerky. Is that a I can't tell what that is in the picture. Is that a bomb? It's a wild meme, Flash. Oh, there's something else. Oh yeah, St. Patrick's Day, which is a week from Monday. It's Wizard from your game. It's not the Flash one. It's from the remake. What is that? What it looks like in the remake? No, not that one. Not the wizard jerky one. I know what the wizard is. What the it's dangerous to go alone. I don't know what Link has in his hands there. It looks like something with time travel and lightning. And possibly a bazooka. It's not a bomb, it's an electric coil. Oh, okay. Just gonna get zapped out there. St. Patrick's Day, I've got a special game I'm going to play. I will not reveal it until it gets closer, but I'm excited to play that. So that's gonna throw things off a bit. I don't think we'll skip a week of Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark that week will probably just move to Wednesday, and then there will be nothing on Thursday that week or the weekend. Use it to raise the dead. One game I played. Ah, okay. Well, don't say anything, Brian. No, don't say anything. It'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. Depending. Well, that's about it. Yeah, I got mountains of games. Let me tell you, it's every day for the past 3 years has been Christmas for me. Of acquiring old consoles and fixing them up, and acquiring games on console and on PC, and then getting stuff set up to run old games on PC and new games. And I just have so many games, which is not a bad problem at all. I would be way more upset if it was the opposite. It was I just can't. I've played all the dang games. There's just nothing left for me to play. So yeah, that will wrap it up for me this week. It was a very short stream this week, but we were right at the end. We just had the one level left. I wasn't sure how long it was going to take or what else would come from it, but I was out of time last time. So I hope everybody enjoyed the inaugural Sunday grind game. I'm going to keep this rolling as far as I can into the future with all manner of oddball, simple old games, heavy story light games sort of thing. I'm not too particular with the particulars on it, but that's generally that. We'll see where it goes from here. Thank you for watching. Thanks everybody for coming along with me on my grindtastic journey through Dragon Warrior. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had fun. I hope maybe at some point you check out the game yourself, or not. Plenty of remakes available on it. You can currently get it for not too much money on Nintendo Switch. It's probably on maybe on PC too. Plus they got an HD. I think they're supposed to have an HD remake of that, HD 2D remake of those coming out. If you're into that sort of thing, Phasmo next Sunday, do it. We will be doing Phasmo next Sunday. It's going on the schedule. It's going on the schedule. Next Sunday, same Jum time, same Jum channel. Phasmo collab. Look forward to it. Otherwise, yeah. It is say all these thank yous and then get to the end, and the first thing I could think to say is, so thanks for watching. And I just loop around on it. But I can't say thank you enough, so thank you again for watching. You all have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. I hope your week starts out fabulously and everything goes well, and I hope to see you again on the next one. Until then, so long, everybody. Bye-bye.